Some people seem to age 10 years in one. Others walk through life like time forgot about them. And you've probably wondered, what's their secret? Is it their diet? Their skincare routine? Maybe they just have good genes, right? But what if I told you the real answer goes deeper than anything you can see on the surface? Because the truth is, youth isn't just skin deep, it's soul deep. In today's world, where stress quietly wears people down, where 30 looks like 50, and burnout has become the norm, there's a rare kind of person who stands out. They glow, not in a flashy, superficial way, but in a calm, grounded, almost unshakable way. They don't just look younger, they feel different. And the more time you spend around them, the more obvious it becomes. There's something about their energy that sets them apart. Psychologists have been trying to explain this for years. Why do two people of the same age look so dramatically different? The answer lies not in their mirror, but in their mindset. It's not the products they use, it's the peace they protect. Not the number of hours they sleep, but the way they carry their thoughts when they're awake. Their secret? It's psychological. And if someone's ever looked at you and said, "Wow, you don't look your age," you might have smiled and brushed it off. But maybe you shouldn't, because that compliment might be pointing to something more profound than you realize. It could be a reflection of your inner wiring, your ability to stay grounded, to let go, to laugh, to protect your joy. This video isn't just about why some people appear young. It's about what's actually keeping them that way. And more importantly, it's about how you can tap into that same energy no matter where you are in life. Because youth isn't a number, it's a state of being. So I invite you, don't just sit back and watch, reflect. Ask yourself, could it be that the way I think is shaping the way I age? Could the way I carry stress, the way I forgive, the way I stay curious, be the real reason behind the way I look and feel? We're going to explore the 7 hidden traits that people who age slowly seem to have in common. Psychological habits that create real visible change. And if you stay with me till the end, you won't just understand why some people seem timeless. You might just start feeling it in yourself. Let's begin. Part 1. Letting go of emotional weight. Have you ever met someone who's been through hell and back, yet they still carry a peaceful, almost glowing presence? It's not luck. It's not makeup. And no, it's not denial. These people have discovered something most of us struggle with our entire lives: the power of letting go. You can see the difference. Those who carry pain, who hold on to betrayal, resentment, or regret, it shows in the tension of their jaw, in the heaviness of their eyes, in the way their shoulders seem to fold inward, as if the past is literally weighing them down. And that's not poetic language, it's psychology. Emotional pain doesn't just live in your memories, it settles in your body. It writes itself across your face. Bitterness ages us faster than time ever could. Not because it's dramatic, but because it's constant. When we keep replaying what they did, what we lost, or what should have happened, our nervous system stays locked in a loop. Our stress hormones stay high, and day by day we lose softness in our skin, light in our eyes, and ease in our movement. We're not just remembering pain, we're reliving it. But people who let go, they age differently. That doesn't mean they forget. It means they no longer let the past define their energy today. They've made peace with not having closure. They've accepted that healing is more important than being right. And that shift, emotional, spiritual, physical, releases them. Their body breathes again. Their smile becomes real. And their face, it reflects a kind of lightness that no cosmetic can fake. Think about it. What are you still carrying that your body doesn't need anymore? What pain are you holding on to like armor when it's really just making you tired? Letting go isn't weakness. It's power. It says, I choose to protect my peace even if I never get an apology. And that choice changes everything. Because youth, real, lasting youth, lives in the absence of emotional weight. The more pain you carry, the older you feel. The more peace you allow, the freer you become. So the next time someone tells you that you look younger than your age, don't just thank them. Consider what you've let go of to earn that glow. And if no one said it yet, maybe this is your sign. It's time to stop letting the past write your story. Because the moment you release what no longer serves you, your face, your body, your soul will thank you for it. Part 2. Stay curious like a child. There's something magical about the way a child sees the world. Wide-eyed, full of wonder. Everything is new. Everything is possible. They ask questions not to challenge, but to understand. They touch, they explore, they imagine, without shame, without limits. And the truth is, the people who age the slowest, they never let that spark die. Have you ever noticed how some people, regardless of age, seem mentally alive? Their eyes are bright, their energy light, their presence magnetic. It's not because they have no problems. It's because their curiosity is still alive. They still want to know how things work. They still ask why. They still care about learning something new, even if no one else is watching. Psychologically, curiosity is a sign of a flexible mind, a mind that's open, adaptable, and engaged with the present moment. And when the mind stays young, the body often follows. Cells respond to mental states more than we realize. A curious brain sends signals of vitality, and you can see it in the sparkle in someone's eyes, in their posture, in the way they move through the world like it still matters. But here's the catch. Most people lose that spark over time. They get stuck in patterns. Same routine, same beliefs. Life starts to feel small. Days blend into each other. And that mental rigidity, it shows, not just in their thinking, but in their face, their voice, their body. When the brain stops exploring, the spirit starts shrinking. And soon the body follows. Curiosity isn't childish, it's life-giving. It's the fuel of passion, growth, innovation, and yes, youth. I've met 60-year-olds with the curiosity of a teenager, and I've met 25-year-olds who already act like they've seen it all. The difference isn't age, it's openness. So ask yourself, when was the last time you got truly curious about something? Not to impress anyone, not for work, just because you wanted to learn? When was the last time you let yourself wonder, explore, imagine, without needing a reason? The people who stay young in spirit are the ones who keep asking, keep noticing, keep learning. Their brain stays alive, so their soul stays awake. And that energy, it radiates. It keeps them moving, laughing, connecting. It keeps them present. So don't let life make you numb. Don't let routine replace wonder. Stay curious, stay open, stay alive, because curiosity isn't just a trait. It's your inner oxygen. And the moment you stop feeding it, your glow begins to fade. Part 3, they don't live to please everyone. Let's be honest. Many of us spend years, sometimes decades, trying to be what others expect of us. We say yes when we mean no. We smile when we feel like breaking down. We shrink ourselves just to keep the peace. But here's what no one tells you. People-pleasing doesn't just steal your time or your energy. It slowly steals your youth. You see, trying to be liked by everyone is a full-time job with no paycheck and no vacation. It's emotionally exhausting. And over time, that quiet stress begins to show. Maybe not right away, but eventually it shows up in your eyes, tired and distant, in your face, tight, tense, stretched thin, in your posture, heavy, guarded, unsure. On the outside, you might appear agreeable, but on the inside, you're suffocating. Psychology calls this chronic emotional dissonance when your outer behavior constantly clashes with your inner truth. And here's the cost. Your nervous system stays in fight or flight mode. Your body holds tension it was never meant to carry. Your skin loses glow. Your energy dims. You age not just because of time, but because of all the invisible pressure you've been holding. Now compare that to someone who lives authentically. They're not rude, they're not reckless, but they have boundaries and they keep them. They're okay with being misunderstood. They can say no without guilt. They can walk away from approval if it costs them their peace. And that kind of inner freedom, it shows. It relaxes the face. It softens the voice. It brings back the sparkle in the eyes. There's a kind of effortless beauty in people who no longer perform for acceptance. They're not perfect, but they're real, and that realness is magnetic. You feel it when they talk. You see it when they walk into a room. It's like their presence isn't asking for permission. It simply is. So ask yourself, are you aging faster than you need to simply because you're afraid of being disliked? Are you trading your youth for approval that doesn't even feel real? Because the truth is, the most youthful people are not the ones trying to impress everyone. They're the ones brave enough to live in their own terms, to disappoint others if that's what it takes to stay honest, to say no with love, to protect their peace like it's sacred. Stop living to please. Start living to breathe. Because the moment you choose authenticity over approval, your soul begins to relax and your body follows. Part 4. They don't lose their inner child. When was the last time you laughed so hard your stomach hurt? When was the last time you danced like no one was watching or sang out loud just because you felt like it? If those moments feel distant, you're not alone. Because somewhere along the path to adulthood, we were taught to trade play for productivity, silliness for seriousness, joy for responsibility. We were told to grow up, to stop being immature, to act like an adult. And slowly, without even noticing, we began to silence our inner child. The one who knew how to be fully present, the one who didn't need a reason to laugh, the one who played not to win, but just to feel alive. But here's the truth. The people who look young, feel young, and stay young never abandon that part of themselves. They didn't let the world shame them into forgetting how to play. They laugh loud. They make bad jokes. They dance offbeat. And they don't care who's watching. Science backs this up. When we play, when we laugh, when we move with freedom, our bodies release powerful chemicals. Dopamine, endorphins, serotonin, that lower stress, boost immunity, relax our muscles, and even improve skin health. These aren't just feel-good moments. They're biological resets. They tell your body, you're safe, you're alive. You don't have to brace for impact. Now contrast that with the adult who hasn't played in years, the one who takes everything seriously, the one who wears tension like armor. Their body is always in defense mode. Their smile feels forced. Their movements are tight. Over time, that mental heaviness becomes physical. It drains the glow right out of them. But the people who remember how to play, they carry a lightness, a radiance, an energy that makes others ask, what's their secret? It's not just genetics or skincare. It's their refusal to let joy die. So here's a question for you. When did you stop playing? Was it when life got hard? When someone told you it was silly? When the world made you feel like winning had to be earned? Whatever the reason, you can come back. You can laugh again. You can be ridiculous. You can find wonder in the small, the silly, the spontaneous. Because play isn't just for children. It's for souls that want to stay alive. The truth is, your inner child isn't gone, just quiet, waiting, hoping you'll remember how to smile without reason, how to chase joy without shame. And when you do, your body will remember too. Play isn't a waste of time. It's a return to your most vital self. And sometimes the most powerful thing you can do for your health, your spirit, your glow, is to stop being so serious and just play. Part 5, they manage stress better than most everyone experiences stress. It's part of being human. But here's what most people never learn. It's not the stress itself that ages you. It's how you carry it. Some people walk through chaos and still look calm, radiant, even youthful. Others seem to wither under the pressure of daily life. The difference, it's not luck. It's not circumstance. It's emotional mastery. See, when stress lingers in your system for too long, your body doesn't just feel it, it changes. Cortisol. The primary stress hormone floods your bloodstream, and when it stays elevated, it does real damage. It breaks down collagen in your skin, leading to wrinkles and sagging. It weakens your immune system, disrupts your sleep, slows your digestion, and leaves you tired, even when you've done nothing physically exhausting. That's why some people look worn out, even though they don't do more than the average person. It's not their schedule, it's their state of mind. They're mentally sprinting all day, bracing for impact, overanalyzing, overthinking, never letting their nervous system fully reset. But then there are people who've learned the art of calm. They still face challenges. They still get overwhelmed, but they don't let it consume them. They've trained themselves to pause, to breathe, to release what they can't control. And that self-regulation doesn't just protect their mind, it protects their body. Their face stays relaxed, their breathing stays deep, their energy feels grounded. Even when life gets chaotic, they don't carry it all in their shoulders, their gut. That inner stillness becomes a kind of armor, and you can see it in their skin, in their posture, in their presence. So the real question isn't, how do I avoid stress? It's, how do I carry it better, because life will bring pressure, things will go wrong. But how long you hold on, how long you stew, ruminate, replay, that's a choice, a powerful one. Here's a shift that changed everything for me. I stopped seeing stress as something to conquer and started seeing it as something to manage with grace. I don't ignore it. I acknowledge it, but I also let it move through me instead of staying stuck in me. And that choice, it keeps me clearer, lighter, younger. So if you want to preserve your energy, your glow, your peace, it's not about fixing every problem. It's about protecting your nervous system, creating space to breathe, giving yourself permission to not react to everything. Because the calmest minds, they age the slowest. And that's not magic. That's emotional discipline. And it's one of the most powerful forms of self-care you'll ever practice. Part 6. They see the bigger picture. Some people age faster, not because of time, but because of what they choose to focus on. Every minor inconvenience becomes a crisis. Every disagreement becomes a personal attack. Every unexpected turn in life becomes a sign that the world is against them. They zoom in so close on what's wrong, they lose sight of what still makes life meaningful. And over time, this mindset doesn't just wear out the soul, it shows up in the body. Constant rumination, emotional overreactions, spirals of worry and complaint. The face tightens, the posture slumps, the energy feels heavy. These people aren't aging because of their years. They're aging because they're stuck in a loop of emotional friction. But then there are those who carry themselves differently, people who still face problems, but don't get consumed by them. People who've trained their minds to zoom out. They don't obsess over petty drama. They don't take everything personally. They don't let one bad moment define their whole day. And that perspective, it's powerful. It creates space for peace. When you live with a long-term vision, you stop sweating the small stuff. You start asking better questions. Will this matter a year from now? Is this worth my emotional energy? Is this just a moment or a real pattern? And when you live like that, when you lead with perspective, your nervous system relaxes, your mind clears, your body lets go of tension it didn't need to carry. I've seen this over and over. The people who walk through life with clarity, with purpose, with vision, there's a lightness to them. Their presence isn't rushed. Their face doesn't carry the weight of every annoyance. Their energy feels safe, spacious, calm. It's not that their life is easier. It's that their mind isn't picking battles that don't matter. So ask yourself honestly, what are you zooming in on that might not deserve your focus? What situations, relationships, or stories are you dragging around like emotional baggage? Because when you start seeing the bigger picture, everything changes. You stop reacting to noise. You stop leaking energy into things that don't serve your growth. You hold your power longer, and you age slower, not just in the body, but in the soul. Wisdom isn't just what you know, it's where you choose to place your attention. And the wisest people, the most youthful people, don't waste their energy fighting shadows. They rise above, they move with intention, and their face reflects the grace of someone who's learned to choose peace over panic. You want to feel lighter? See broader. Let your vision lift you out of the smallness. Because when you think big, you live young. Part 7. They don't let the world steal their joy. Some people radiate something deeper than beauty. It's not perfect skin, not flawless posture, not the absence of wrinkles. It's a quiet, steady, unmistakable joy that seems untouched by the chaos of the world. And that joy, it's not luck, it's a decision. See, the world will give you 100 reasons a day to lose your light. The news, the noise, the negativity, people complaining, expectations growing, social media comparing. It's easy, so easy to get swept into the current of cynicism, to start believing that this is a luxury you can't afford, that it's childish, that it's naive, that it doesn't belong in the real world. But here's what the wise and youthful know. Joy is not a reward, it's a practice. It's not something you stumble into. It's something you protect daily. Joy is not about pretending everything is okay. It's about finding something beautiful to hold on to even when it's not. It's choosing gratitude when it would be easier to complain. It's noticing sunlight on your skin, the taste of your morning coffee, the sound of laughter, even if it's just your own. And when you live like that, your body knows it. Science confirms what ancient wisdom has whispered for centuries. Joy is medicine. Real joy releases serotonin, dopamine, and oxytocin, natural chemicals that reduce stress, improve sleep, strengthen immunity, and yes, slow down aging. Joy doesn't just make you feel better. It helps your body function better. Now think about the opposite. People who live in constant negativity, who replay every offense, who scroll through suffering, who spend their energy complaining, comparing, catastrophizing. You can see it in their eyes, the heaviness, the dullness. You can hear it in their voice. Joy didn't disappear from their lives. It was buried under everything they chose to focus on. But here's the beautiful part. You can choose differently. You can reclaim your joy, not from circumstances, but from within. You can decide that your inner peace is more valuable than someone else's opinion, that your ability to smile isn't up for negotiation, that your light is not for sale. Joy is not weakness, it's resilience. It's strength in softness. And when you commit to keeping your joy alive, especially when the world tells you not to, you begin to glow from the inside out. So if you've been feeling dim lately, don't ask, "What's wrong with me?" Ask instead, "What have I stopped noticing? What joy have I stopped protecting?" Because the most radiant people aren't the ones with perfect lives. They're the ones who fight every day to stay grateful, playful, alive. And that joy, it's ageless, and it's yours if you choose it. If people have ever told you that you look younger than your age, don't just smile politely and chalk it up to good genes, because it might not be luck, it might be alignment, a reflection of how you think, how you feel, and how you've chosen to live. Youthfulness isn't a surface-level reward, it's a silent signal. It tells the world that you've done the work on the inside, that you've learned how to let go of what no longer serves you, that you've protected your curiosity, your wonder, your laughter, that you've chosen peace over panic, meaning over drama, and joy over bitterness. And if no one's ever told you that before, don't worry. You don't need a compliment to confirm what's possible. Because now you know the truth. The way you carry life shapes the way life reflects back at you. You are not simply aging, you are evolving. And every choice you make to forgive, to breathe, to stay open is a step toward preserving not just your youth, but your light. So here's the real secret. Youth lives in your habits, not your skincare. It lives in how quickly you release stress, how often you laugh, how gently you speak to yourself, how deeply you protect your joy from being stolen by the noise of the world. No cream can do that. No product can replace that. But you can create that day by day, thought by thought. Starting today, ask yourself, what would it look like if I truly honored the life inside me? What if I chose to live in a way that supports not just my longevity, but my aliveness? What if the glow I'm chasing outside has been waiting to rise from within all along? This is your invitation, not to chase youth, but to embody it, to walk lighter, to think clearer, to laugh more, to forgive faster, to be unapologetically curious, joyful, and present. And if this message resonated with you, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with someone you care about, someone who might need a gentle reminder that they too are allowed to live with ease, to reclaim their joy, to glow from within. And if you haven't already, subscribe to this channel for more weekly insights that nourish your inner life. Because this isn't just about getting older, it's about getting deeper, stronger, and more radiant with every passing year. Your youth is not behind you, it's in how you choose to show up today. And the most powerful anti-aging force you will ever know is how you live your life.